Welcome to your exploration of the Pisces zodiac archetype. Pisces is the final sign in the evolutionary experience of the zodiac. Here we find surrender, spiritual surrender to a higher power, to oneness consciousness, and to a powerful, profound sense of compassion. Pisces expresses itself as the dreamer, the believer, and through this intuitive, mystical sign. My moon is in Pisces, so I'm partial to the energy here. Pisces is perhaps the most spiritual sign in the zodiac, and is also the sign that rules over illusion. Its ruling planet Neptune, this otherworldly, big, gaseous planet, brings us this kind of mirage experience with Pisces. Not only does Pisces go around wearing rose-colored glasses, wanting to see the world through a romantic filter, but also can get really lost in understanding and not seeing reality as it actually is. A very peculiar quality of Pisces, especially when Pisces expresses itself through the moon. An inability to see things for how they are, and often needs a more practical person or energy to guide it into the world, this Piscean energy. It rules over altered states of consciousness, so like hallucinations or hallucinogens, and higher states of consciousness too, which are not the same thing. I think it's so important to differentiate between an altered state of consciousness and a higher state of consciousness. Oftentimes, spiritualists are endlessly seeking altered states of consciousness on the horizontal plane, and they're not necessarily going higher or opening up to bring heaven to earth. Interesting just to note. Pisces are prone to addiction because they are escapists. They are so sensitive, so intuitive, so loving and caring that they often can't handle the reality, the harsh reality of the world as it appears through the Capricorn lens, for example. So we'll escape and look for drugs, not only to access an expanded state of consciousness, an altered state of consciousness, but also to get away from the traumas of life. This emotional sign is like the ocean itself, boundless, and therefore Pisces' karma and destiny in this life is to learn how to set boundaries and say no, rather than just like a jellyfish with no backbone, just going along with the flow. If it just keeps going with the flow, this water sign, this mutable water sign, adaptable sign, it will often end up places that it never desired to be. Pisces, being so interested in the occult and the mystical world, and with its rose-colored glasses, can be easily deceived and thus susceptible to charlatans in the spiritual world, like the snake oil type spiritualists, or get lost in cults. Like Pisces definitely rules over cults, and also as I was saying, hallucinogens, altered states of consciousness, illusion and delusion, as well as fog. Anytime you see a fog rolling in the landscape, it's the Piscean influence. Oftentimes it'll mean the Pisces is expressing itself in the sky when we're not able to quite see clearly. Interesting, right? So also, with these rose-colored glasses, Pisces is very receptive, intuitive, emotional, imaginative, romantic, and as I said, prone towards escapism. Its tarot card is the High Priestess. How cool is that? So here, the High Priestess in the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot is awesome, and she has the moon, the different phases of the moon on her keychain here, really looking at this power of cosmic consciousness expressing itself through Pisces. She has also her feet in the water here, really connected to the intuitive world, this mystical world beyond the veil. Love this. Love that card. Pisces says, I believe. It is the believer. It doesn't need concrete facts like its polarity, Virgo. So across the zodiac on the 360-degree wheel, we have at 180 degrees opposite to Pisces, Virgo, the sign of pragmatism, analytics, the critical sign that wants things to be rational and fact-based and focusing on the logistics and details. So the polarity is Pisces. Hope these two signs have something to teach each other in the relational polarity and fundamental juxtaposition of life that are not either or, but it's always both and more. How can we expand to contain all of the beauty of life embodied also in the zodiac and astrology? Pisces rules over the feet, and its lucky day is Friday. Pisces' original ruler is Venus, and indeed Venus is exalted in romantic Pisces. Venus, goddess of love, ruling over relationships as well as money. Venus's day of the week, planetary day of the week, is Friday, and so that is Pisces' day of the week. Its lucky numbers are 2 and 6, and its magic birthstone is aquamarine, which magnifies occult powers and brings serenity of mind. It also protects its wearer while traveling on the sea. So if you were going on a boat trip, you can wear over the sea, wear aquamarine. The special colors are pale green and turquoise, the dreamy colors of the sea. Its cities are Casablanca, Alexandria, Lisbon, Sevilla, and Dublin. The countries are Portugal and the Sahara Desert. The flowers are water lily, white poppy, jonquil, fig, and willow. The metal is platinum, and it's, of course, rules over fish. Its pictograph are 2 fishes tied to one another, swimming in opposite directions, signifying hidden depths, shifting emotional currents, conflicting desires, and extremes of temperament. Interesting. I usually think of Scorpio as extremes of temperament. I usually think of Pisces as going with the flow, so I can't say I completely agree with that. Here is the only astrology book you'll ever need where I'm taking some of these facts. I don't know if they're facts, but some of these attributes to enhance our exploration today. Pisces time solar cycle is from February 19th to March 20th. So that means the sun is passing through the sign of Pisces during that time of year. So for us in our astrological calendar, that is the end of the year, and the new year begins on the first day of Aries on spring equinox. That's for us is the real new year. It's not January 1st as you have in the Gregorian calendar. Let's see, what else will enhance our exploration? As we said, very otherworldly, have the ability to see deeply into the human psyche like the other water signs, very subtle and intuitive, also has the gift of prophecy. So really learning can hone into that skill, those intuitive psychic gifts, as long as it's not a detriment to your ability to live in the world. Oftentimes psychics are leaving their body because they can't handle the trauma of everyday life. So just noticing, although wonderful to cultivate these skills, can you do it in a really grounded way, bringing heaven to earth? And how can you anchor yourself into the world while doing all of these cool magical things? Ruling also over ESP and spiritualism. Very astral, a close relationship with the cosmic consciousness. Hello, my Pisces moon. That's probably why I'm so interested in astrology here. You understand with the heart, which makes you very clairvoyant if you have Pisces or wherever Pisces is expressing itself in its chart. Ruled by Neptune, planet of mystery and illusion, possesses a superb intuition, as we said, and a bottomless understanding of other people. Yet the extraordinary sensitivity can be the most vulnerable point, making Pisceans or Piscean energy just too impressionable. Being a mutable sign, it's always trying to adapt. So when a Pisces walks in a room, it's not asserting itself and it's not going to arrange the furniture to meet its own needs. It's going to adapt and make itself similar to the existing environment, which can be detrimental if you're in a toxic situation. Rather than actively working to change the situation, you will just adapt to it, making yourself maybe even smaller, which is, of course, not desirable. So really working with Pisces to cultivate these boundaries, a sense of self too, as well as at the same time honoring the ability to really surrender the ego into the infinite oneness when you're in a safe space. Yeah, a unique power on people whose lives touch yours. You may feel you lack self-confidence to be a leader as a Piscean, but you are definitely a guide, teacher, and role model to many. A fey charmer with a mischievous wit who loves to laugh. Loyal, unselfish, and generous, always ready to help a friend who has fallen on hard times. In fact, you often create a special kind of magic when you concentrate on the best and reject what is ugly and mean-spirited. People are likely to live up to your vision. You have a deep appreciation for the inner qualities of others. You are not concerned with the superficial and with what others see on the surface. You look at the inner soul, the essence. There is no more sensitive, perceptive friend, nor one more warm-hearted, caring, devoted, and sentimental. And my favorite Piscean is Albert Einstein. Let's take a few breaths together, completing our exploration of the zodiac here with this beautiful sign of culmination and endings, Pisces. Breathing in and breathing out. Pisces is also known as the sign of self-undoing, undoing itself, and is known to be prone to being a victim or victim consciousness. So just noticing as well, Pisces is a survivor, has a sense of karuna, tragedy, sorrow about it, having gone through so much. Imagine going through all the phases of life, coming to the completion. You've experienced so much loss, maybe heartache. So embracing the survivor energy of Pisces rather than the victim energy. Inhaling and exhaling like a waterfall, just letting the water flow over you as you continue to cycle through the breath, deepening the inhale and the exhale. Just imagining a waterfall cascading over your body, your head, gently melting away tension in the shoulders. Feeling your roots, your seat connecting to the floor beneath you. Perhaps even feeling yourself getting heavier, really grounded and stable, connected to the earth beneath you. Maybe imagining your roots penetrating down deep into the earth to be nourished by the fertile soil, connected to the web of life. And taking a moment to draw your senses towards your spine, your core channel, plumb line, along the axis of your being. Maybe getting a little taller, stacking the vertebra and opening through Sushumna Nadi, opening up the energy channel. As you continue to breathe, letting the waterfall of the breath cascade over you. Shifting the focus to every single hair on your head. See if you can become aware of every hair on your head. And then noticing the space above the head. And maybe imagining 1,008 petaled lotus blossoming in the crown. Awakening your Sahasrara, cosmic consciousness, divine synchronicity. And inviting in divine intuition, golden light to cascade down through the top of the head, filling up your whole body with divine healing energy, perceived as a golden light. And as you continue to breathe, allowing this golden light to fill you up, connecting you to the light of consciousness, healing every cell in your body. And shifting the focus into your heart center, Anahata, and imagining this light coming together as a golden sun, the light of the morning sun at the heart center, filling your heart with love, divine love, without object or attachment, and unconditional love. And as you continue to experience the sensation, maybe visualizing, imagine this beautiful golden ball of light healing your heart. Breathing and surrendering. feeling, honoring, acknowledging that you are the source of all love, this infinite wellspring of compassion. And continuing to sit here, meditating in this way for as long as you like. I will leave you here to complete your meditation in your own time. Thank you so much for joining me through this exploration of the zodiac. Congratulations.